So, Miss Mays, we have Orphan Sunday coming up pretty soon here.
Mhm.
Uh, what is your experience with the adoption or child welfare system?
Well, when I was 7, my birth mother was going through a lot of life stuff and health issues,
Mm.
and she felt that she was not in a place to take care of a 7-year-old. She was going to ship me off to my a stepfather or an ex-husband that was no relation to me, but it was my
So you were adopted yourself?
yes.
Okay.
And so she worked with a lady that said, "Oh, don't do that. That man doesn't like her, doesn't want
Mm.
her." She said, I'll take care of her, and that way, when you get through your treatments and things like that, then you can go back with her."
So was there a time where you went back to your birth mother, or?
Uh, no, it was off and on. I guess after maybe 6 to 9 months after she got through with medical treatments, the decision was made. No, she's at a better place. Just let her stay with you. She's got a better life than I can ever give her,
Mm.
and uh, and that's just kind of what happened. So I stayed with Linda, and for the better course of 5 to 6 years. So when I was 13, I feel like the Lord had His hand in this transition in my life, and that my mother's life was transitioning for the better. And she had met this man, and they were trying to clean up their lives. And we went on a weekend trip, or I got to go on this weekend trip with my birth mother and her fiance. And it was probably the best weekend of my life that I had ever had with my mom. It was very positive. It was just a good time, lots of laughter, lots of being silly, teenagers with their moms, those kind of things. And
At this point, had you been with your mom at all, or?
just weekend visits here and there.
Okay.
Yeah,
From
just
7 to 13.
from 7 to 13, right? And so the fact that I got to go spend this weekend with her was a godsend, because she had dropped me off Sunday evening so that she could go to work on Monday and do her thing, and she was killed in an auto accident Monday night. That was August 8th of 1983, and I was adopted August 27th, 1983.
Wow.
3 weeks later, they just finished the finalization of the legal guardianship, and so they call that the fastest adoption and to date that they had at that point. For all intents and purposes, Linda is my mother.
Okay.
In fact, I have to fuss at her at times, because she goes, "Well, if Leslie was here and if Leslie did this," and I'm like, "Would you stop saying her name?" She's not my mom.
Mm.
A mom, whether it's biological or not, is the one that raises you, is the one that stays up at night, is the one that prays over you, is the one that just keeps on giving when there's no more left to give, and it doesn't have to be blood related or not, and um, and that's the things that Linda has done in her life. And when she didn't have anything, my brother and I had stuff. When we struggled from paycheck to paycheck, there were people in our church that saw to it that my brother and I had what we needed to have.
What do you think your life with, let me ask that in a different way. How did that church community that supported your mother impact your life personally?
Oh, okay. Well, just recently, the Sunday school teacher that taught me as a young teenager, like 12, 13, at that time, and going through that heartache, taught me how to rely on God. And so I was able to get to rekindle that relationship. Thank you, Facebook. It's a blessing and a curse. To get back in contact with her, and when I had made a visit to my mother a couple of years ago, I got to go to her house and just pour into her and tell her, because of you, you're one of the reasons why I'm the woman that I am today. And I was able to, and her husband were very instrumental, very loving couple. And I was able to share with her that song, Thank You for Giving to the Lord, I think is the song. Because there were so many people. That's just one couple. So yes, investing time. Look at the couple that is trying to, maybe it's the first time they're adopting and they're adopting a toddler and they didn't get to go through the infancy and raise them up. Babysit for them if you can do that. Find out if that, I mean, it was instrumental in my life to learn a skill or a trade that Linda couldn't provide for me. I mean, I could bake a cake out of a box, but to sit down and decorate and intricately do things. Marcia, this lady that taught me to sew, I still have a Easter dress that she made for me. It was a Vogue pattern. She says it was the hardest dress. I'm like, that's okay, I still have it. And I put it on each of my girls, and I take a picture and I've sent it to her. And that warms her heart because you gave to me and now I'm giving back to you. It's something that I held on to. I can't, I mean, I wish I knew all of the people that were in that circumstance, because if there's a way I could help them, I would.